Welcome to our explainer. Today, we're going to tackle the simple present tense, and we're going to learn by listening in on a really funny conversation between three friends. Let's just dive right in.
Okay, to get started, let's think about you for a second. What do you do every single morning? Maybe you wake up super early, maybe you hit snooze a lot. Just keep those daily habits in your head as we go. So let's meet our characters. We've got Tom, Emma, and Jack. We're about to see how they use the simple present tense to talk about their routines. And, well, it seems like Tom's morning is, let's just say, a bit different.
And here's Tom kicking things off. He says, I wake up at 10 a.m. every day. See, he's using the simple present because he's talking about his daily routine. It's something that happens over and over.
Ha! And here's Emma with a great comeback. She says, the sun laughs at you. She's also using the simple present, to state a funny little fact about Tom's late start. So the conversation keeps going, right over breakfast. Now let's switch gears a bit and see how they ask simple yes or no questions about habits. Pay attention to how Jack asks his question. He starts with, do you eat? That's your classic setup for a yes-no question in the simple present. And Tom's answer, it's hilarious, right? But grammatically, he's also using the simple present, vegetables hurt, to state something he feels is a fact. And this is a great point. The simple present isn't just for things you do every day. We also use it for things we think are general truths or facts. Even if they're funny ones, like for Tom, it's a fact that health runs away from him. Okay, now this is super important. Listen really carefully as Emma and Jack start talking about Tom. The grammar is going to change just a tiny bit, but it's a really key rule you need to know. Did you catch that? Notice the little S at the end of the verbs. Emma says Tom plays, not Tom play, and Jack says he sleeps, not he sleep. So what's going on there? This brings us to probably the biggest, most important rule for the simple present tense. It's often called the third person S. Let's break it down real quick. So here's a super common mistake that a lot of people make. They might say something like, Tom play games. They just forgot that special little rule we use when we're talking about another person, a he, a she, or in this case, Tom. And here it is side by side. It's not Tom play. The right way to say it is Tom plays. You just have to remember to add that S to the verb. This table makes the rule crystal clear. If you're talking about I, you, we, or they, the verb doesn't change. It's just play. But, and this is the key, for he, she, or it, we add that S and it becomes plays. That's it. That's the whole rule. Okay, that was a lot of fun. But before we wrap up, let's do a super quick review of the three main things we learned from our friends about the simple present tense. So, here's the bottom line. We use the simple present for three big reasons. For our daily habits, for asking those simple do you questions, and for stating facts about other people. Just don't forget that S for he, she, and it. All right, you've seen how it all works. Now it's your turn to put on your grammar hat. Let's try a few practice questions based on what we've just learned. You ready? Okay, for this first one, think about the subject, Emma's mother. Is that like I, you, we, or they? Or is it more like she? The answer to that question will tell you everything you need to know. Question number 2. Here, we're asking a question directly to you. So think back to our rule for asking questions. Which word do we use to get that sentence started when the subject is you? Now, this last one can be a little tricky, so be careful. The subject is Tom and Jack. That's two people. So which pronoun would you use instead of their names? It's not he or she, it's they. And that's your clue. And there you have it. We just used a funny little chat to get the hang of one of the most important tenses in English. I guess the main takeaway here is that grammar doesn't have to be boring, right? It can be pretty simple and even a little funny. Thanks so much for watching.